Gaza's fragile peace hanging by a thread after a deadly weekend of strikes and denials. Plus, the internet grinds to a halt. An Amazon cloud outage takes down major sites worldwide, from Snapchat to McDonald's. And a brazen robbery at the Louvre. Thieves scale the facade, smash the cases, and vanish with France's crown jewels.
The stories that matter, clear and credible, from across the country to around the world. These are your unbiased updates from Straight Arrow News.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kaylee Carey, in today for Craig Negrelli. This morning, Gaza's ceasefire is holding, but only barely. After a deadly day of fire and blame, Israel says the truce is back on following what it called a serious violation by Hamas. Israel says Hamas killed 2 soldiers Sunday, triggering retaliatory strikes that left at least 44 dead across Gaza and temporarily shut down aid deliveries. Israel's defense minister said Hamas would, quote, learn the hard way that the IDF is determined to protect its soldiers. Hamas denies any attack, accusing Israel of using flimsy pretexts to justify new strikes. By nightfall, Israel announced it was reinstating the ceasefire and allowing humanitarian aid to resume. Vice President J.D. Vance, speaking to reporters at Joint Base Andrews last night, said the U.S. expects ups and downs as the peace deal takes hold. He also said he may head to Israel in the coming days.
There are going to be moments where you have people within Gaza where you're not quite sure what they're actually doing. So we think that it has the best chance for a sustainable peace. But even if it does that, it's going to have hills and valleys, and we're going to have to monitor the situation.
CNN reports 2 of the deal's U.S. architects, Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff, are also heading to the region this week as the Trump administration pushes for phase 2 of its Mideast peace plan. An Amazon outage is wreaking havoc worldwide this morning, taking down some of the internet's biggest names. Amazon Web Services, a cloud backbone for thousands of companies, suffered a major failure Monday, knocking out apps and websites from Robinhood and Snapchat to Hulu, McDonald's, and Roblox. The company says the issue originated in its eastern U.S. region, and the engineers are working to fix it. The website Down Detector showed spikes in complaints from users around the globe. Even AI startup Perplexity and crypto platform Coinbase reported interruptions, both blaming AWS. The Pentagon says another U.S. strike in the Caribbean has killed 3 suspected traffickers, part of what the Trump administration is calling its new war on the cartels. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth confirmed the strike Sunday, saying the boat, linked to a Colombian terror group, was destroyed Friday with, quote, substantial amounts of narcotics on board. All 3 men on the vessel were killed. No U.S. forces were hurt. Hegseth posted on X that these cartels are the al-Qaeda of the Western Hemisphere, adding they will be hunted and killed just like al-Qaeda. This was the 7th strike in recent weeks, part of the administration's push to target drug cartels as terrorist groups. But critics like Republican Senator Rand Paul says the policy amounts to summary executions without due process. The FBI and Secret Service are investigating a security scare near Palm Beach International Airport after a suspicious hunting stand was found with a clear line of sight to Air Force One. The structure was discovered Thursday during a routine sweep just hours before President Trump's arrival in Florida on Friday. Investigators say the wooden perch overlooked a section of the airport where private planes and at times Air Force One have parked. A senior official told NBC News that the stand was located across the street from that area and that Air Force One has parked there in the past. CBS News reports the stand appeared to have been there for months based on its condition. This morning, questions about how a live fire demonstration for the Marine Corps' 250th anniversary went wrong at Camp Pendleton. The New York Times reports that a 155-millimeter shell prematurely detonated Saturday, sending shrapnel onto highway patrol vehicles parked on a closed ramp along Interstate 5 in Oceanside, California. The officers were part of Vice President J.D. Vance's security detail. No one was hurt. Governor Gavin Newsom had ordered a 17-mile stretch of the freeway shut down after objecting to the plan to fire over it, calling the move reckless. Marine officials confirmed the shell exploded mid-air during the demonstration, which was immediately terminated. The U.S. Marines have launched an investigation into what went wrong. The event was attended by Vance and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. 2 ground workers are dead after a cargo plane skidded off the runway and into the sea at Hong Kong International Airport. Officials say the plane struck an airport security vehicle around 4 a.m. local time today, shoving it into the water with 2 employees inside. The Emirates Boeing 747 had just arrived from Dubai and never issued a distress call before landing. When rescue crews teams arrived, the jumbo jet was split in 2, its 4 crew members unhurt and waiting at an open door to be pulled to safety. Investigators are now looking into what caused the plane to veer off course in the final moments of landing. Finally, this morning, the hunt is on for a crew of masked thieves after one of the most audacious heists in Louvre history. In broad daylight Sunday, just 10 minutes after opening, 4 masked thieves pulled off what French officials said happened in just 7 minutes. Using a mobile lift to scale the Louvre's facade, they cut through a window into the museum's gilded Apollo Gallery, the dazzling hall that showcases France's imperial crown jewels. This is where Napoleon's family treasures have glittered for decades. Cases of gold, sapphires, and emeralds under arched ceilings of gold leaf and light. The thieves knew exactly where to go, grinding through 2 display cases and making off with 8 pieces linked to French royalty, including an emerald necklace and earrings from Empress Marie-Louise and a tiara worn by the Empress Eugenie, wife of Napoleon III. One of the crowns belonging to Eugenie was found outside badly damaged. Authorities say the stolen jewels are of inestimable value and believe the thieves were highly trained, possibly with inside knowledge of the building's security. The museum will remain closed today. And before we head out, here's what we're tracking today. This morning in Illinois, jury selection begins in the murder trial of former Deputy Sean Grayson, accused of fatally shooting Sonia Massey, an unarmed woman who called 911 for help. At 11, President Trump greets the Prime Minister of Australia. The 2 leaders will take questions in the Oval Office shortly after. In North Carolina, lawmakers are set to begin redrawing congressional maps that could help Republicans lock in 11 of 14 House seats ahead of 2026. And later today in Chicago, a federal judge holds a hearing on body camera rules for immigration agents. Coffee for your brain and news for your day. Sign up for our Unbiased Updates newsletter straight to your inbox each morning. Go to san.com/newsletters. Those are your Unbiased Updates for this Monday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. For all of us here at Straight Arrow News, I'm Kaylee Carey. Have a great day.